Hello everyone, this is Henry from Fun Game Reviews coming to you guys for some awesome base reviews. This is for Tander, and he is also known as Tony from YouTube. So he has asked me to go into his account and kind of help him out where he can be helped. Trying to get his heroes up to optimal speed here, but as usual I always help everybody here right at the beginning to just start up the dailies, because I know that some people are always waiting to get those knocked out of the way as soon as possible. So here we go, just doing a quick daily checkup here for him, and we will get started shortly. Alright, so just to start off, these are his current heroes. Toxic Shaman at 16. He at least has level 1 there, level 1 Divine there, level 1 there. Alright, level 16 here, not bad. And all his heroes are practically capped. I mean, Charon just needs a little bit more, but he at least has all of these capped out, so that's pretty good. Although he has a lot of heroes practically like leveling at the exact same time. You're a little invested kind of everywhere here. We want to make sure you're not that heavily invested in too many places. But yes, definitely what I like to see is you do have the 4 Pangolis. I would probably want you to feed the Pangolis, get these guys to level 120 like as soon as possible. I mean, you do have one that can go up to 150, but it's already pretty much well prepped already. So I will start by doing a little bit. You may not have any of these prepped at the moment, but you are using them as aids. So what I will do for you is I'm gonna say we're gonna be putting a little bit of an investment here. Get these guys to level 5 or at least level 3 to start with. Alright, this will give you at least the next level hero aid, which will give you a couple extra seconds to survive. Alright, that little bit of time makes a huge difference. So just to make sure you know, make sure you're doing everything you can possible to get all your hero aid skills as optimal as possible here. So let's see. Alright, so you have at least this great sage, you have the shards. Oh, or not, you're missing 1 shard. I was gonna say you have the shards to do it, you might as well go ahead and do it, but as you can see, I'm taking that back because you were a little bit short there. But it looks like you already did all your upgrades for all of this stuff, so I mean, I might as well check just to make sure, in case that stuff is something that you're missing, which just should be a fairly quick and easy like upgrade, you know. Alright, so all of that has been pretty much knocked out already. Just wanted to double check. So here we go. This is your current defensive lineup. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to kind of take all these out and I'm going to change things around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start you completely fresh. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me put you back. Let me put these guys back. What I like to do is I look at it from the arena perspective. The arena perspective will tell me exactly what you have set up on your base. This is what you have on your base. If you don't like what I am planning to do, feel right ahead to change everything back to the way it was. Alright? And you will be perfectly fine. Okay, so we're going to start this off. We're going to be changing a lot of stuff around here. I'm just looking at how your base is kind of lined up, but we're going to change this around. So I'm going to take out the heroes. I'm going to take out the hero aids. We're gonna make sure that we work on your account a little bit. We're going to try to optimize the amount of damage you do, the amount of like survival you can possibly have, and so on. So here we go. Get that. Here we go. Take that out. Take that out. Take that out. Oops. Alright. And then gonna take him out. Take that out, take that out. And on the last one, it is Arctic Lord, so take that out. I'm basically stripping everything out here. We're gonna start and rearrange all your heroes. This way, when I don't have this where you already have certain things set up, it definitely gives me that where I can go, okay, this is exactly how you should really be setting it up. And, you know, try to optimize you to your maximum potential. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And there we have it. Everything is pretty much blank. Here we go. This is how we're going to set it up. That going to go right there. That going to go right there. And then we're going to do this guy right there. Dead center, okay? So what we're going to do is also probably strip out all the weapons, but we're going to wait for the weapons, okay? We're going to wait and do the weapons. So starting off, your number one damage dealer will be this guy because he has the highest amount of attack. Attack rate is at 18. Not too bad, but it's still good and viable. Alright, so let's continue. What we want to do is next, we want to make sure that he survives. He does not die. Okay, so either we can do this guy 60% damage, or we can be a little bit more with that. No, actually, that will not make it work properly here. So we're going to try to make sure we choose wisely and kind of see what your options are. Alright, so what we're doing is, this is your defensive. Whatever you see on your base, this is purely defensive. So do not think that this is your attack mode. This is your defensive mode. Okay, because this is what people are coming into to strike you dead. You gotta keep that in mind there. So Toxic Shaman is practically be annoying, and every time a Great Sage comes back, because you have at least level 1 Divine on him, because he comes back, he can be a little bit annoying. Drop some Toxic Shaman bubbles and go from there. So let's see. You want to have him be a little bit survival here. We want to make him do some damage. Let's say maybe be the ultimate reflector. How about give that a shot? Let's see. Ultimate reflection, and then at the same time, once he dies, when he respawns, you basically go all out on him. So let's see. Next, you like to have this guy, because that's what you were using. So we can keep Wonton, but we want to make sure that he is like pure survival stat. Alright, let's see. Can reduce heals, probably take some reduced damage, and then you got to put in at least one Pangoli in him. Let's kind of see where you're at. Okay, they're all at level 2s. I know you don't have enough rings, so we're going to kind of leave it at that. But make sure you get those here Pangolis. Pangolis right now seem to be your most important. Get them all to level 120 as soon as possible. And then save your rings and get these Pangolis to at least minimum of level 5 skill each. That way you will get your maximum potential at the very beginning to, you know, make sure your heroes don't die right off the bat there. Alright? So we're making him slightly tanky. We're making him make it so that they cannot basically just one-shot you. So let's go take a peek real quick. You don't have divines there, but you at least have level 5 skill. Alright. So we did that. Okay, so next we want to do some damage here. We're going to do some dispelling. We're going to do some crit damage. Actually, so since that's the strongest one, that's going to go in assist number 2 for maximum attack power. We're going to try, we have to put this one in here. But for the last one, I would have loved to have another, I would have definitely loved to have another Pangoli, blockhead. but you don't have one. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with pretty high damage dealing concept here. As you progress, you will get better and better. So, last but not least, I don't think your ironclad has, yeah, your ironclad has nothing. This is at least level 10 and has a divine on it. This is better than to start with practically nothing. So here we go. Maybe that one will go there. That's damage. This is some heals, possible heals, and then it will like dispel all bad stuff off you. So that's pretty nice. And a Pangoli. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like I have to put him here instead, because we want to have Pangoli at the end there. So Pangoli. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and eat up your purple guys. You have enough guys to survive here, so we don't need these purple guys. We're going to get rid of them. Unless you're just doing that to currently because you're leveling and whatever, you'll need to go find a couple more. But we definitely need to do this right now. We want to make sure that your Pangolis are optimal as much as possible. Alright? Alright. So 185, that's pretty good. These guys all need buffing, because the more your guys are leveled up to 120, the more bonus you get towards your heroes. So that's pretty much it. I think this would probably be your best bet when it comes to doing a maximum damage. And this is your defense, alright? This right here is your defense. This is how I set it up specifically for defense. So now what we're going to do is also we got to do some weapon adjustments here. We're going to go check out your weapons. We're going to see what you have in store here. So we're going to change these guys around a tiny bit. We're going to make sure that you're doing the max you can possibly do. Alright, so that weapon's going to have to change. Do you have a bow? You do not have a bow, so that's totally fine. We'll leave that the way it is. That's fine, that's fine. And for him, he didn't have a weapon, so we're going to give him this weapon right here. Change equipment. Alright. And then what we're going to do is also, we're going to equip these guys with weapons. What we're going to do, okay, so let's equip weapons. Here we go. And we're trying to make sure that your Abyss Demon is probably the most well-equipped hero. Specifically so that he can deal a lot of damage. He can deal a lot of damage. So, okay, so you did that. And then let's go see. Oh yeah, so we definitely need to steal from this one. This one's definitely better. And then let's go take one more. So this way you will get a lot more out of this Abyss Demon compared to others. Uh-oh. What happened here? It kind of froze. I can't click anymore. Uh-oh. Alright, so fixed the problem. Alright, we are back. Let's go take a look here. Trying to get the most, like the best weapons on this guy here. So let's kind of see. Yeah, I could probably steal it from the other Pangoli here. Trying to get the better one so that you can have the most optimal damage for your Abyss Demon. So let's kind of see what you have next. So I'm going to switch all these Hero Aid weapons over to Ambrosia. So we're going to steal from Enchantress there. We're going to steal from some of the others. So let's go see. Change equip. Alright. Get that one. So I also see you have a couple of these. They're all level 30. That's pretty cool. So let's go see. You got that. Okay, and this one you have level 30s. So we might as well switch him to level 30s. All right. So let's see. So this is what you got so far. Weapons there. You have a couple extra weapons. That is currently not equipped to anything. So let's go and get those weapons assigned to them. Here we go. Here we go. And the very last one should be, I think, already equipped. Yes. But is it a 30? No, 20. That's also a 20. So, alright. That's pretty much good enough. You got all your guys practically geared up a little bit more. Let's go see who has the weapons equipped real quick. So, all your offense has all the extra equipments. And we'll just give one randomly here because you have an extra weapon. Every bit of power counts is all I can say. So let's go take a look here. Alright. So this is what I call your defensive team. Basically, your Abyss Demon, since he can keep on coming back, Fortitude, if he dies, he can come back up to 2 times. You can see that he'll drop some healing circles, and then this guy tries to get as much damage reduction as possible here. So yeah, optimal damage, and I made Great Sage specifically to do as much reflection damage to the enemy as possible, just because, you know, it makes it more efficient that he can actually come back with full life 2 additional times. That just does additional damage to the enemy. That can actually change the game for you. So that is exactly what I would say to use. Let's kind of see what you got here. I would actually probably change every single lineup you have to kind of fit what I'm going to do for your Lord's League. So we're going to kind of change this around here. Ooh. So this one kind of looks like you're doing a bomb team. Bomb, and bomb here. And then you have 1 heals. So that's actually pretty cool. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. I mean, I like what you're doing here. I will admit I like what you're doing here. This bomb team is pretty cool. So let's kind of rearrange though. Let's rearrange just a tiny bit. So you're giving her the speed. Looks good. That looks good. That might not change. Okay, that might not change. But for him though, this one though will probably have to change. What I was thinking is actually your Ironclad is only level 1 hero aid, so never mind. But if your Ironclad had a pretty awesome hero aid, what the hero aid does, and here, let you see here, deploy heroes deals more damage to buildings and clones. Okay. I mean, right here you're using it so that he kind of kills the clones. But what I would probably do is, you know, if you have the Divine for this, you probably have the Divine for Sapphirex. Let me go take a look. Do you have the Divine for Sapphirex? Yeah, you do have the Divine for Sapphirex. You even have the Divine for her. So because you have the Divines, it would probably be more effective that you have Ironclad when it has higher hero aid on one of these explosive bomber heroes, right? Basically, because these guys are going to try to destroy the bases. If their Divine does more damage to the bases, obviously you can get like a 1-star a lot quicker if you're just doing like pushy trophy pushing or something like that. So, I mean, you definitely need to work on this one just a tiny bit more. But let's see. I was actually going to change this up completely, but it looks like you're doing this as a bomb team. So your bomb team looks pretty nice, actually. I was going to change it, but your bomb team is pretty nice. I don't want to... I actually thought twice and decided, you know what? I will not be touching your bomb team. I will not be touching your bomb team. But let's kind of see what you have in store here. Just know you definitely 1,000,000% need to level up these like Pangolis that you have been neglecting. They are very, very useful. Do not neglect them. Make sure you're doing something about it, alright? So let's see here. Okay, so you're doing reflection, chance of debuff, and then some sort of like survival. Alright. And then here, he is your main tank here. Ooh. He is your main tank, but you gave him like the least amount of HP. So let me see something here. I think all of these guys, all of these guys are the low level Pangolis. So you only gave her the strongest Pangoli. I mean, she's kind of in the background, so I don't really know if she needs to like have as much life as maybe this guy. So yeah. As much as I would like to change them around just because of the levels, it makes no sense to do so. Just because, like, literally, all you're doing is you're trying to get it to level 120. So, you know what? This one, you have a really good setup for this. It's totally fine. But make sure that you get these Pangolis to 120 as soon as possible. Like, as soon as possible with haste. Alright? And then even this, you got 2 Enchantresses. I'm okay with you having the extra Enchantresses because you can probably later down the line set it up where you get like 3 Enchantresses, 3 Berserkers, just to try to make it a lot harder for the enemy to kill you. So that's totally fine. I don't want to change up your strategies too much here. So let's kind of go on to the next one. So you have Arena. Arena here. Let's see. I want to see your Berserker. Does your Berserker have Enlightenment? Yes, Berserker has level 1 Enlightenment. So that does help. Okay, so you have 2 tanks. Okay, let me kind of see how you have this set up. I'm kind of thinking that in Arena you don't need Berserker. You just don't need Berserker. So I would almost make him a little bit more destructive. So let's see. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this out. We're going to make her the primary. Let's kind of see what his skills though. Oh, you have him at level 10. I kind of understand why you're doing that though. But at the same time, Berserker is definitely not worth it to be all the way up there. Unless, you know. So let's do this. And then let's do this. So we can maximize damage, chance to debuff. Just make that person so much stronger. So let's see. I mean, she is technically your strongest unit. This one does the massive damage from the back, from far away. Okay, so that looks good. Weapons-wise, I would kind of change this a little bit. Just a little bit. So we're going to steal that one. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do for you, though? On this, for the other ones, what I did for you in the past is I made it so that all your weapons kind of got shifted. But this one, your damage dealers are the ones with that, except for this one. So I'd almost steal... Trying to think here. Should I be putting it on... Yeah, like I was thinking of taking it off of him, but his divine is pretty damn powerful. It really does help. It's not like it doesn't. I think maybe what I'd rather you do is probably steal from Great Sage. I think that's the best route here to go with. We're going to do that. We're going to steal from Great Sage, alright? So we're going to steal that weapon. Steal that weapon. Okay. We're going to steal... Let's see. We could probably do those there. And then, so we got to steal from one Pangoli, which is level 23. We're going to give this to the damage dealers. We're going to give this to the damage dealers. 23. Where are you? Level 23 Pangoli. Huh? Did I pass it? Okay, steal from the level 3 23. Alright. And then we're going to steal from Wrath. Where's Wrath? This way you're optimizing your weapon power as well, okay? So that's exactly why I'm shifting these around just a little bit. And then this last one we're going to steal from the level 24 Pangoli. 24 Pangoli. Well, let's see. Alright, jacked it from him. Alright, so all your damage dealers have practically all the weapons. That way, you know, you're maximizing as much as possible here. So let's kind of see what you have for each one. Battle Royale, I mean, you can kind of continue Battle Royale this way. Battle Royale with Berserker definitely increases this by a lot. It's pretty awesome. So let's see, let's see. Alright. Battle Royale can be left untouched. Arena. Weapons need to be assigned. Weapons need to be assigned. We're going to give weapons, like the strongest of the strongest weapons to her. We are definitely going to give her the strongest of the strongest weapons. So let's kind of check this out real quick. Alright. Okay, hold on. Before I like start stripping everybody here, we got to make sure that they're all using proper weapons, proper setup. I know you didn't have a bow, so that's fine. Alright. So you have that guy, you have her, you don't have, oh yeah, you do have him in there. Toxic Shaman's in there, Great Sage is in there. Alright, we're gonna steal from this Pangoli real quick. We're gonna steal from that Pangoli. Alright. So the next one that should be taking all that damage dealing stuff, okay, Abyss Demon should be stealing from. We're gonna steal off of Wonton here. So steal from Blockhead. Steal from Blockhead. Steal from, oh no, why steal from Blockhead when these are stronger? Okay, so equip that. And then equip the next 30 here. Alright, so we are looking good on that right there. The two biggest damage dealers right there. I'll just give it to him. I'm gonna steal from Sapphrix and put that in there. Alright, and I think that's it. So Battle Royale, I'm not really gonna touch it. I would kind of recommend a little bit of adjustments, but you're doing kind of good here. Although I would actually prefer you to change your weapons around just a tiny bit. But that's totally up to you. I think your setup looks reasonably fine. You shouldn't be doing crit rate though on this guy. I'd almost switch around because of Battle Royale and this giving double. I would probably give that to Abyss Demon instead. So let's do that. We're gonna switch places. We're gonna make us switch places. Here we go. So that's switch places. So your Berserker will try to take them away. Okay. You should probably put in dodge over here instead of this. Increases HP recovery for a deployed hero. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fine. It's because of that. Okay. I think that looks good. Okay, we're going to try to take the best weapons and put them on here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to be like jacking everything that is possibly like the highest weapons. Okay, that already has the highest weapon. That also has the highest weapon, so we are good on this guy. We're going to make sure that we're going to steal from Ambrosia. We're going to steal from Ambrosia. And then we're going to steal from Great Sage. So that last Pangoli, what level is this guy? 37. So we're going to take from the level 37 Pangoli. Oh, tell you the truth, I didn't even need to do that, but that's fine. I mean, there was an extra weapon here I saw. There's actually two, but no problem, no problem. There's extra damage to be done. And I just might as well give one back to Great Sage. Whatever that was left over. Alright, so that is done. And then Guild Boss, I mean, that's totally up to you. I'd kind of try I wouldn't mind you using what I see in Battle Royale. I mean, it kind of looks pretty similar. Yo, no. You should never use Blockhead. No. Guild Boss, never use Blockhead here. That's just a waste. You should do something that is like super explosive. If you have an Arcane Caster, that's probably the best for Guild Boss. Oh, you do. But it's only level 5, doesn't have any Divines, so yeah, and it's not even at the proper level. So yeah, probably not. But I mean, your Battle Royale and your Guild Boss, probably to me, I believe would look pretty similar. They should look pretty similar. But this is your main attack, alright? Arena, this is like your burst attack damage. If you did not want to use your bomb, okay, this is your bomber base heroes, and this is your just flat out like attack people. Like this is your flat bursting, and then this is your bomb. So that is exactly how I would have it set up for you. So that's pretty much it for my review for you, Tander. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed this. Have an awesome one. You guys are great. Please like, subscribe, and share, and have a great one. Henry's out.